Hey, what's up? What's up? Joe in Vegas back with another review. Three Doors Down. Second night in a row at the Palms Hotel. I was at Sammy Hagar last night. Tonight was Three Doors Down, and I did not learn, honestly, until I got there. I had no idea that Candlebox opened up for them. So Candlebox was one of those bands in the 90s that, and this is my opinion, and people, they're really good. They're a really good band. They had two monster songs. Monster. I mean, these songs to me, and I know I've always said this, music is different for everybody. There was a period in my life, I was young, I was in my 20s, early 20s. I was living in New York, and Far Behind and You were massive on the radio. They're just these bands that were at this pivotal point in your life, this influential point of your life that will forever stay with you and tie you to your brain to that period of time. These two songs are, I can't explain it. There's no reason for me to explain those two. There's other songs, obviously, but these two songs to me remind me of a really pivotal time in my life, in my young 20s and living in New York City and stuff like that. And for that, I'll always love Candlebox. And those songs, 30 years later, right? 30 years? I think so. Yeah, they have never gotten old for me. I love those two songs. I've seen Candlebox before, but it was like a poolside concert, and I was kind of checked out a little bit. So that was my first time really seeing him in an indoor venue. It was a treat. The guy's really talented. He's got a hell of a voice. He screams. I mean, this guy, I'm shocked he's been screaming like this for that long. But cool band, great sound, great vibe. And again, for me, those two songs are just pure magic. I mean, there's just a lot of bands that come out of nowhere sometimes with these songs. I don't know why. I keep thinking of Kings of Leon. Also, two songs came out of nowhere, dominated the radio, and you can hear these songs 30 years later, and they're still so fucking cool. I don't know why. They're such cool songs. Anyway, so love that Candlebox was an opener. That was a really nice treat for me. They put on a fantastic set. And then came Three Doors Down. Also, one of those bands, I believe, I've always been a huge fan. I've seen them also 3-4 times. Always blown away every time I see them. They're one of those bands that when you start to look at the set list, right when you sit, that's me. I sit down in my seat and I start to kind of glance at set lists and kind of see what they're going to play. Always forget how many fucking monster radio hits this band had. They were just... They have that perfect sound. I don't think they were 90s. I think they started in I think like the 2000. It was right at that transition period. But they were just so freaking, what's the word? They're really hard to describe. They're just it's hard rock, but it's incredibly radio friendly. It's hard to put a sound. There were a few bands around that time that were doing that. God, I'm having a hard time. Sorry, I'm trying to Google also something at the same time. But they have this amazing sound that just dominated the airwaves. And it started with Kryptonite. That was one of those songs that, it's a really good song. It's a really, really good song. But it's one of those songs that kind of, in my opinion, got played out. It just got played out. It just was everywhere, and it deserved to be everywhere because now it's kind of this toe tapping for me. People love it, and hearing it live tonight, I got into it for sure. They closed the show on it, but it's more of like a knee-jerk reaction to hearing that song. But it launched the career of these guys that showed off these deep ballads and these powerful, maybe that's the word I was trying to find before. They're powerful. He's got a powerful voice. I don't know a lot about the band. I don't even know the lead singer's name, honestly. But they, every time I see them, I'm always amazed at how down home they are and how, let's see what the lead singer's name. I'm kind of curious now. God, I'm sorry. I didn't prepare too much tonight. God, where's it in the list? Brad Arnold. That's his name. He at least looks like a Brad Arnold. So I'm always amazed at how down earth he is. He is like I think he said tonight he's from Mississippi. He's like he kept using the phrase, my friends. Thank you, my friend. He is so appreciative of where he's at. He is like really a down-to-earth guy. He's like, oh, shucks, I can't believe you guys still come out to see us. Oh, hello, my friends. Thank you, my friends. Like really genuine and authentic. And then when he's got such a power in his voice that it's such an awesome thing. He talked about, he gave a little speech about, when they wrote a lot of these hits, they were kind of in a dark place and kind of lost a little bit, even though they're having all this success. And you can hear it. You can hear it in some of those songs. Let me go through the set list. So what he said they were doing was, I believe this was their second album, Away from the Sun. And this tour is, I think, a 24-year anniversary. So maybe they were, let's see. Again, I'm not prepared for this. I apologize. Whatever it is, Away from the Sun, I believe, was their second album. I don't know exactly when it came out. Let's see. 3 Doors Down, album Away from the Sun. So this came out, of course, in release 2002. So that would make it the 20-year, right? Yeah, 20-year, 21 years. Whatever, around that time that this album came out. So this is a way that they're paying tribute to that album, where they're doing all the songs from the album, and then within it, they're sprinkling in some of their other hits. So they started with this song called Pop Song, that he even joked that no one knew that song. And then he went right into When I'm Gone. When I'm Gone is a monster, and it's such a good song. And similar to Candlebox, that same vibe. Their fucking songs are cool, man. They're just cool songs. Then Away from the Sun, which was also a nice hit. The Road I'm On, Ticket to Heaven, and then Let Me Go, which I love that song too. It's got a cool beat to it. Running Out of Days, Here Without You, which is one of the, ballad-wise from that era, hard rock ballad, just, it's what a well-written song, man. Just so good. I Feel You, It's Not My Time, another great, great song. Be Like That, also, I love that song. Such a great, that's what I'm talking about. It was like boom, boom. He'd put like a big hit and then one song in between. But even those songs were good. They're a good band. Duck and Run, Dangerous Game, Changes, Loser, dark, awesome song. Sarah Yellen, and then he left the stage, came back, Landing in London, and then, of course, Kryptonite, they closed out. Which they should. Again, I don't want to talk shit about Kryptonite. It's a fantastic song. It's just one of those songs that got too big for its own good. If people say, 3 Doors Down, oh, cool, that's the Kryptonite band. No, dude. Go listen to Be Like That. Go listen to Here Without You. Or their stuff is so good. Loser's a dark song. I really enjoyed this show. Every time I see them, I'm reminded how much I like them. I need to start listening more, and I need to get deeper into these guys. They are a great, great radio rock band, and there were a lot of them in the 90s and 2000s. They were like Wallflowers, those kinds of guys that I think don't get enough credit. I don't know why. Like, you'll never hear them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and those kinds of things when they're paying tribute. And again, these guys are 20 years old already, but they'll never get that kind of, I don't think a critic acclaim, but like legend status or anything like that. And their stuff is good enough. It's really good. I'm a really big fan. I really enjoyed this show. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this show. Tickets were cheap. I got them. The place was packed. Sunday night in Vegas, packed is an accomplishment on its own. I believe I got them directly from the box office. I think I paid around $70, $80 each with fees. Good deal, good seats, great band, great show. I highly recommend. I know the show was sold out. I saw tickets were going for $250 today. So the demand is there. Scale of 1 to 10. God, man, I can't believe I'm going to give it a 9.75. I really enjoyed the show. The pace, the tempo, the vibe. He gave a nice speech about, people who are depressed and he went a little Christian on the route, but that's fine. He's a good country Christian boy. You can tell. Very good band. Love this band. Go see this show. Go listen to 3 Doors Down more. People forget they are an excellent band. Thanks for listening. Leave some comments, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. And I appreciate everybody listening to every review. I've said it a million times. I'm not a music critic at all, and I know I give a lot of high scores, and it's not my fault. I live in Las Vegas. The bands that roll through here every weekend are the best of the best in the world. Believe me, it's not that I want to see a bad show, but it'd be nice to have a review every now and then of like, don't go see this show. I want to give people, but I swear every band I go to is so fucking good. These are the best of the best rolling through town. I'm very lucky. So it's not that I give everybody high scores. I just feel blessed that every show I've been going to have been this unbelievable band. So thanks for listening. I'll see you at the next show. Bye-bye.